Hi travelers, Tara here, and I am coming to you today, September 12th, 2016, with the countdown reading up to the last eclipse of 2016. It will be occurring in the sign of Pisces, I think at 24 degrees, something like that. I'm not sure. I will be doing one of these readings. I will be doing one each day, except for on the 16th. That is actually the day of the eclipse. So on the 15th, the day before the eclipse, we have the last of the Saturn-Neptune squares. This crap's been going on, I think, since November 15th of 2015. And basically, it's been a struggle to balance the energy between reality and illusion. Reality being Saturn, and all about structures and boundaries, and Neptune about illusions, having no boundaries, and being open to everything. I have with me a whole bunch of decks of cards, but for some reason I've been led to use the Prisma Visions Tarot today. I introduced this deck, I think, last month, back in August. I haven't brought it out since then. This will be a general reading for all signs, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. If you listen, please take what you can and disregard what you cannot. I have with me the Doreen Virtue Angel Answer cards, the Heart Oracle Tarot, as well as the Sibilas and the Neapolitans. I just finished a reading for somebody, which was a very, very good reading, by the way. So I'm going to take that deck off the table. We'll just see. As you know, eclipses can hide things. This is a very strange astrological climate. We have lots of retrogrades. There are all kinds of transits going on. Eclipses. And this is a full moon eclipse as well. So the energy may be feeling kind of volatile. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a break. First card that fell out was a King of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. We're going to include those in the reading itself. That's important. This is a fire sign male energy. With the Eight of Pentacles, this could be someone either working hard and coming near the culmination of some project that they have. It could also be speaking to perhaps an energy of grounding. There is some abundance here. It is an 8. Let's just see. King of Pentacles. And that's interesting. I have 2 kings here. And they sit in on the opposite side of the 8 of Pentacles. Temperance. 3 of Chalices. The Tower. Well. The Knight of Chalices. The 7 of Wands. And then here's a Queen of Wands. Well, underneath the deck, I have another king. The King of Chalices. Well, 3 kings, a knight, and a queen. That's 4 court cards. Wow. I don't have any repeater cards in terms of the pip cards. I only have the 8, the 3, and the 7 with 2 major arcanas. There seems to be a theme of exactly that, temperance, and I'm surprised it did not come out in the middle of the spread. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fire cards. Believe it or not, temperance is an air sign, an air card. It speaks, it represents the sign of Sagittarius. So some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarian male. Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign male, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. What's interesting to me is this diagonal here. The King of Wands, the 3 of Chalices, and then the Queen of Wands. With the 3 of Chalices in the center, 3s are all about beginnings, planning, putting things together, coming together. I don't know what this is saying to me. With the overall energy being that of the King of Chalices, I don't know what this is saying to me. Not offhand, not right off the bat. But in the center with the 3 of Chalices, and it's our focus. It touches everything. I have an individual. Well, let's put it this way. A King of Wands. This is someone who is fiery and passionate, but may not have a long attention span. It could be why the 8 of Pentacles has presented itself. They're having trouble perhaps focusing in a real world sense on getting things done. It could be, as I said, that they have taken their energy and they are working diligently on trying to bring some kind of project or endeavor, the wands with the coins, to some type of culmination. And it looks as though if this is a fire sign male, they have done that, because we have the King of Pentacles on the other side. So this could be the 2 energies of one person. I would say that, however, the person feels upside down in some way, because as you can see, he's doing a handstand on top of this bull. This could be someone who is working diligently in their career life, but their home life is completely out of sync, out of balance. It's upside down. In other words, a person is focusing too much on the outside life and not focusing on the inside life. The King of Pentacles represents Taurus, and Taurus represents the 2nd house. That is the house of self-worth, self-possessions, self-esteem, self-value. How do you value yourself? How do you, what do you feel that you're worth? And maybe this is someone who, if not on a material level, is struggling with that particular issue. They're working on that because they feel upside down, that as if something is not out, is out of balance. Temperance has come in here to bring about the environment to not only heal, but also to combine, to temper perhaps the person is out of balance in the sense that one sphere of life is taking up more time than the other. There are some gains, yes, but really, what are those gains worth if you don't have that second house security of feeling? It's as if the person is trying to bring about a change in who they are based upon the value that they feel they have. But temperance also is connected with the Three of Chalices. And the Three of Chalices, again, the imagery is three people dancing, three women dancing. I don't know if maybe what this is trying to tell me in one respect is that there are three women or three females that are highly important to this particular either King of Wands or King of Pentacles. It could be the same person. It could be two separate people. But then maybe this is speaking to someone who is spending a lot of time drinking and partying. Temperance with the Three of Chalices, because I have the Tower here. Here's the Tower. And it's quite telling to me that the Tower comes underneath this upside down King here. So what the King is looking at is this. Now, like this, the Tower reversed says that whatever calamity has befallen this particular King, it needed to happen, but the damage was not so bad. Okay, it's not going to be a huge cleanup effort. But he's sitting like this. And whatever this calamitous event was, it has completely thrown him off balance. He's got some kind of stability in terms of real world. Maybe his job is still the same. Maybe his job is going well. You know, maybe he's able to function. But there's something unstable about it, because the Tower says the Taurus is all about stability. Having that nest that you can go and rest upon, or take refuge from the world. But the Tower comes in to say, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that house is sitting on the cliff there, that these foundations, whatever they are not solid. Perhaps indeed they have come tumbling down through drinking too much, partying too much, indulging too much, maybe having other people take up so much of your time that you don't have time to really focus in on getting your quote-unquote home life or nest. And really the nest concept speaks more so to the fourth house. But even still, the second house is about family and values. That's what Taurus represents. It represents values, having solid values or stable values, but more so in terms of yourself and how you react to other people, or how other people view your values. Are the people you hanging out with really on the same page with the values that you hold? Now I have the Knight of Cups here, or the Knight of Chalices, and this is to me a message or an event that had this King of Wands. It's in the past. So something that came through that tempered this fire a little bit in him. Did the right alchemical mix and came up with the right balance, because this is what it led to. And this was an emotional high for the person, an opportunity to perhaps be lifted up from the energy of being on the go all the time, or having lots of irons in the fire, or lots of projects. Maybe the environment was rather chaotic, but this came in. This was an event that came in to kind of lift the person up out of that environment and bring them to an emotional high. Now, this again could be speaking to someone who might have a substance abuse problem. Maybe they actually used drugs or alcohol to remove themselves from a situation. It could be all about escapism. Even though I don't see there is a lot of water here, and we are under a it's 3 waters, 3 wands, 2 coins, and again, as I say, the 2 major arcanas. Whatever this 3 of chalices represents, it's almost as if the cards are saying it's going to come to a complete and utter ending quite suddenly. Maybe brought through some type of emotional opportunity being presented, but yet it still brings about some kind of conflict. And this is an inner conflict. It's a 7. It's an inner conflict, as if the cards are saying, well, you know, you've gotten thus far, the Apprentice card, you've been tending the garden and you're starting to see some rewards. You're very, very happy about that. But maybe what you're trying to do is this person's trying to get a 9. Maybe they're trying to get a 10. And they can't, they're conflicted on how they're going to be able to do that, because the wands speak to having the desire and the will, and maybe they don't have the desire. Maybe they're trying to gather up their energy to move forward or to make a decision or to battle out whatever it is. This could again be someone who might be dealing with addictions. And then I have this Queen of Wands here. Now, because the Queen of Wands mirrors the Knight of Chalices, I would say that through the fire of this particular queen, this queen brought some type of excitement in, some type of emotional high, something that riding the wave of it, so to speak. But there's a conflict. There's something, people are not at ease with it. They're not within themselves. There's a conflict. There's a dichotomy, as if things don't quite make much sense. Maybe this row here can speak to, if it's not drugs or alcohol or some form of escapism, it is about, oh, what was I about to say? Maybe it'll come back to me, and it was highly important. But now, if this is 2 separate, let me continue on in the vein that, assuming that this is one person, 2 aspects of one person. There is a tower associated with this King of Pentacles and this Queen of Wands. What that says, the king is upside down. Perhaps it is, I don't feel that the tower has made him upside down. If that was the case, it would be this way. But it's almost as if this guy is standing on his head and he falls on it. Okay? Because the structure underneath him collapses. And I do feel that no matter what these 2 cards are talking about, whether it's 2 separate males or 1 male, different aspects of 1 male, that this is really a person. And as I can see here, there is some basis between this King of Wands and this Queen of Wands to start something together. If this is another male, an earth sign male, or someone with those qualities, or assuming, you know, if it's same-sex or heterosexual, whomever takes the male in this particular relationship, they are upside down. This is a future energy coming. They're upside down. And something is going to shake them to the core. Some unexpected event that is associated with this Queen of Wands here. Now, I can see at the same time that there's something that perhaps these 2 people also want to combine. Maybe this might be moving in together with someone, or combining your finances together, wanting to temper, finding the right alchemical mix. because I have earth and fire here. Well, fire can scorch the earth, or earth can be tossed onto the fire and put it out. These two energies are matching here. But there's something about the King of Wands, and the Tower, and the Knight of Chalices. An event happens here as well, something that will call into question everything you thought you believed about this particular emotional high that has presented itself. This card hinges on the past going into the future axis. These are the conflicting energies. There is, with these three cards being hinged, there's an emotional high or an event between these two people here. I do have the 3 in the center and the 3 court cards, so this could indeed be talking about a third-party situation, whereas someone is perhaps completely knocked off their pedestal here by emotions. And this person is trying to find the right alchemical mix to get back in balance, because that is also what temperance speaks about. And it can be done through this queen here. But I'm confused as to why the overall energy is the King of Cups. Well, let's take the Sibilas and see what the cards are trying to tell us. Well, the first card that flew out was the Fidelta. So this is someone that you know, someone that you trust, someone who's loyal and true. I don't know what this is speaking about, because if this is 3 people, obviously somebody ain't being loyal and true, and you can't trust them. But maybe that's the energy of the king here. Okay? Those are the things that he represents. The King of Pentacles represents someone who is not commitment phobic. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's speaking to a time of kind of like waiting while this king decides what it is he wants to do to settle down. See, he's kind of showing off here. And in order for him to settle down, he simply has to turn back around and sit down upon that bull. So, this is quite... and the cross cards are the 8 of Pentacles with the Temperance. The Temperance with the 7 of Wands. And then the 7 of Wands with the Tower. As if whatever this conflict that is happening with this 7 of Wands is going to bring about, I'm going to say, an unexpected change. I don't really think it is that unexpected, because the Temperance is here. And it kind of softens the blow of this crumbling of the Tower. So it's kind of like somebody knowing what the real answer is, but maybe doing a lot of busy work so they don't have to deal with it. But the Tower definitely has to happen, and eventually it will happen. But it is designed to bring about some clarity, some truths, some revelations. This is a very odd spread. And the Tower card, the house on the cliff, you know, this keeps speaking to me of someone with some type of addiction, and someone who's just trying to maintain the appearance of having all their stuff together, because you really don't know whether that sun in the background is at rising or is it setting. Because if it's setting, the tower is falling. The sun's going down on this house. But once it falls, the next day, the sun comes up again to illuminate those things that needed to be seen. Oh, this is a strange energy. I don't know if this could be a sudden financial loss for this King of Pentacles with this Queen of Wands. He is upside down. His house has fallen. And here it's like he was looking forward to celebrating something or celebrating some type of emotional high. But the tower came in. He was riding the wave. This could be somebody investing money in something and it not going well. Maybe they just lost a bunch of money. But this Queen of Wands is quite pivotal here. She sits in the future exit row position. And she definitely has an influence to someone on the past here. And she has some future influence here with this King of Pentacles. But yet there's something joyous about it because the 3 sits in the center. And the 7, this is someone, I don't know if you can see the imagery, that's a person running. And they're running towards this vortex here. And there are these stark wands planted in the ground. So this is someone who is fixed. This is a fixed situation. It's grounded. Even though it's a fire energy, it's a grounded energy and it's fixed, it's set. This is almost, in a sense, could be like if this were the sun, this could be like some kind of sundial or time-telling piece. And maybe what the vortex is there in the picture is symbolic of universal time, some kind of portal way opening up. And as you can see, the person, he's running. He's running towards the vortex. Actually, he's running across the tops of the wands. He doesn't even have a wand in his hand in case if he does jump into the portal, he's got nothing there to defend himself with in case he needs to. But he's running across the tops of these wands. He's jumping and leaping, and he's headed toward the vortex. He seems quite desperate. I'm sorry that the image doesn't come across very well on the camera, but he seems quite desperate, as if he's in a rush to kind of get whatever this conflict is over. Now, if this is someone that is hiding a drinking issue, and I say that because these cups in the, someone is drowning themselves, perhaps in drink. There's an image of a body in the water. You can't even hardly see it, and all you see are the 2 cups here. Now, in the regular tarot, that card represents the Archangel Raphael. And Raphael comes in to heal the pain of love. But it's someone's drowning themselves in, I keep getting drink. Even this guy's belligerent behavior. there he is riding this wave, and you know, the drink is sloshing out of his cup. He's like on a bronco, the bull. Oh wow, this is I'm having real trouble trying to tell a cohesive story because there's a lot of things going on here. It's like they've lost the impetus, or maybe they're running away from having to do the work. They've accomplished something that they're proud of, or that they want to share or celebrate with someone. But there's this ugly energy of the Seven of Wands. And the thing about it is, this card doesn't speak to me as if this is an ugly thing, but it just doesn't fit very well with the energy of the spread. Even the Temperance with the Tower make more sense than the Seven of Wands. Let's look at the Seven of Wands first. Oh, it's already running over. A gran signore. Melancholia, sadness, and depression. It's like they're fighting over with themselves over some kind of loss. The Gran Signore is not only the King of Hearts, so that we could say twice that he's presented himself in this spread, but he can also be like the Emperor. This is the guy who, you know, he's high society, knows a lot of fancy people, goes to a lot of important parties. You know, he's the Lord of the Manor, but he's also somebody who takes care of business. You know, he not only is a savvy businessman, he knows how to manage his money as well. And this will hold true for whether or not this is one person or two. But there's some kind of sadness or depression. Remember I said he's upside down? He's upside down. So there's it's something that, some type of achievement that he's gotten after a long time, or maybe some recognition, but it's like an empty victory, a hollow victory. It's empty. Maybe this could be why the person is drinking, because they're trying to fill that void. And this literally could be what that is. Someone about to leap into the void. And they're leaping without anything to protect them. You know, who knows? What was it? I was watching Star Trek. It's 50 years of Star Trek. And I was watching, and McCoy fell on some kind of hypodermic thing and had some jacked up medicine. He looked all spaced out. And then they were jumping through portals, and he was like a madman when he got on the other side. And maybe that's what this is. If this is not a person, this is speaking to untamed energy. More so like a woman scorn, perhaps. The burning woman. Wow, I don't know what to make of this spread. Let's take a look at the two major arcanas. And they are prominently displayed in both the past row vertical column, the future vertical column, but the energy is right here, right now. Something to celebrate. There was a Temperance. Like I said, maybe the person wasn't ready. Maybe they were kind of, it really, really, really kind of speaks to someone drinking. I'm going to do cards across the three rows. Wow. What it's speaking to is some kind of news or documentation coming in. A letter, a text, an email. It could be, you know, legal documents. It could be anything. I'm going to assume this Lamika is someone that they can trust. Um, a relationship of trust. Maybe this was a close person that they confided in. But whatever the news is, it has created some type of illness or sickness of unknown origin. That is the literal meaning of that card. The Amalato, an illness of unknown origin. This could be speaking to someone drinking, getting some news that really upset them so much, or maybe it was unexpected, or maybe they themselves, once they got the news, fell unexpectedly ill in some way. Remember, this king is upside down. Everything on the outside is great, but there's something about him where he feels upside down. Let's take a look at this queen, because everything kind of hinges on her. If this is two separate males and one female, this female, through her, I don't know, her tact, her sensitivity, maybe just her personality, has created a fear. Someone's running away from that. They're running away from their own feelings, but yet moving into something new. This could be why the person is jumping into the void. If this is not a fire sign female, then what I'm going to say is that it is someone who is quite feisty. Maybe this person owns her own business. Maybe she has a lot of sexual energy. She doesn't take any shit from anybody. She's not going to let you walk all over her. Quick on the draw. Lots of fun to be around. Kind of like, I keep getting the idea like this person represents like a sunshine, so to speak, here. But it can't be decided whether the sun is actually setting with this person or whether the sun is actually rising with this queen. Because even we have the knight here. We have the knighting of the cards. And this sits in a pivotal spot. So let's see what the Tower is all about. We know that this whole situation across the center, the Temperance with the Three of Chalices and the Tower, revolves around this particular situation. But what is the Tower? What is it? Contracts and negotiations. So this female here could be maybe a business rival against maybe these two people, or have become rivals. Maybe it's in a business sense why this person feels upside down. Maybe this Queen of Wands snatched the rug out from under him and flipped him up, and he's still kind of hanging there because he doesn't know what the hell just happened to him. But it could also be about an opportunity to make some kind of contract, or have some kind of negotiations, or some kind of agreement, coming to some kind of agreement. The Belvedere. Now, she's on the lookout, okay? She's got great foresight and she's planning. And look, there's either a trip or someone else coming into the picture. And maybe the Tower for this king, and maybe this king over here, maybe he realizes suddenly, hey, I better get my shit together, because somebody else is going to come in. I need to hurry up. That card there, jumping in. Remember I said kind of jumping into the void with no protection. And maybe this is why this king feels upside down, because suddenly someone whose feet have been so stuck to the ground has just had the rug pulled out from under him. And he is all at sea. He doesn't know what to do about it. Let's see. I wish I could tell you if this was one person or another person, but the overall energy is the King of Chalices. So let's take a look at that. Some type of something, someone feeling that something was stolen from them, or someone actually stealing, maybe stealing someone's heart, or whatever this is that was stolen. It feels like it's a treasure. This thief came in and stole a treasure, something very valuable and precious to them. And it's almost as if the cards are saying they did it by stealth. Now, I don't know if this is speaking to that this king, the overall energy of this king is that whatever the interaction was in the beginning, something that was negative, will now become a positive. But see, the two negative cards outweigh the positive. They outweigh. A stolen treasure. A stolen treasure. A stolen gift. Or maybe somebody is not being honest, because the two negatives make a positive. So maybe there's somebody not being honest about a gift or what they value or a treasure. Maybe they're trying to, maybe the thief didn't come in to take it away. Maybe the thief is trying to sneak in to leave something there in a subtle manner that kind of doesn't make any sense, but that's what I'm getting. I don't know what the hell going on in this spread. Because again, the overall energy is this with the king. I don't know what that means, people. Let's pull, maybe Doreen Virtue can tell us. Come on, Doreen. You know, I'm going to ask the Neapolitans, is this one person, these two kings, or is it two people? Maybe they'll give us an indication. Get more information. Okay. You saw it there first, people. Get more information. Well, I'll see what I can do, because I don't know what is happening in this damn spread. Holy smokes. Okay, if this is one male, two aspects of one male, we will accept any ace that comes out of this deck. That'll tell us that it's one male. If the ace does not present itself, then it could be, it's going to be two males. Hell, all four of these could be. Maybe this is somebody with a lot of personalities. What do I know? I just read cards. One person or two. I have a Three of Cups. That's two Three of Cups that have come out. A Four of Coins. This is the house, the foundation card. Remember I said their foundations are okay, but yet they're upside down. A King of Wands. Well, I don't even know. And look, it's speaking to a double victory. I mean, that's a 7. There's another 7 of Wands there. Lord, maybe I'm going to pull one of these Heart Oracle tarots. I don't know what, this got to be the eclipse energy. Oh, Lord, I don't think I could take this for the next 3 days if this is what it's going to be like. Holy smokes. That card said, get more information. Well, again, it speaks to building something in the past. So look, I don't know. It's definitely presenting as a Wands energy, but this could really be, if it's not two people, two aspects of a man, three aspects of one male, then it is going to be one male with these different aspects. But this Queen of Wands, and I'm not going to say she's a fire sign. This could simply be a woman who has lit a fire under this guy, who had been perhaps complacent and whatever, but she lit a fire under him. And he's upside down. His feet have come off the ground. He's upside down. He's been shaken to his core by this queen, and he's running from it. I don't know. The base chakra. So this really, I think the overall energy is that this is boiling down to someone getting in touch with their own power. The base chakra is the root chakra. It deals with our survival instincts. It is the level from which we manifest. If I'm not mistaken, is it this? It is also the, I think, the sexual energy. Yes, it is. Or that might be the sacral chakra. Well, the sacral is the base, and it has to do with there's sexual overtones here. If that means anything to y'all, I don't even know. And if the person is not operating from this particular chakra, then this particular chakra is going to become very important as this situation continues to play out. I got to leave because that's just too much for me. That's what I have for you, travelers. Thank you so much. I hope that made sense to somebody out there. And namaste.